Okay, now we're going to be learning about our oviraptors, okay? So I'm going to review a little bit and then we will read our story. We have another story with this one about Keisha. So dinosaurs also hatched from eggs. Did you know that? They came from eggs, and those eggs were pretty big. And you have a worksheet that goes with this that you can count the eggs. So paleontologists have found many different sizes of dinosaur eggs fossils. Some dinosaur eggs were small, but some were the size of a football. So how big is a dinosaur egg? Is it big or small? Some of them are both. There can be small ones and big ones. And do you think that it could fit in, let's see, your breakfast bowl? Some of them might. Or what about our kitchen sink? Probably. All right, so let's read our story, okay? Mom and Keisha are buying eggs. Let's listen to find out how many eggs they need, okay? So we're gonna have to use our counting. When Mom picked Keisha up from school, she said, "I've decided to make an angel food cake for a special dessert tonight. We'll need to stop at the grocery store for some eggs." "Daddy and I love angel food cake," said Keisha. So why do Mom and Keisha go to the grocery store? What do they have to buy? Eggs. What will they bake with the eggs? What kind of cake? An angel food cake. At the grocery store, they headed to the dairy aisle. Keisha noticed several different sizes of egg cartons. "Look at all these eggs. Which carton do you want, Mommy?" asked Keisha. "Don't we usually get the blue one?" "We need a dozen eggs for the recipe, so we'll get the blue carton," Mom said. "Let's open it to make sure none of the eggs are cracked." Mom opened the carton, and she and Keisha looked at the eggs. "Keisha, can you count these?" said Mom. "Sure," said Keisha. She began to count. "There are 12 eggs, Mommy. Mrs. Larson said that 12 is a dozen." "That's right. Let's put this carton in the basket. A dozen is exactly what we need for the recipe." "How many eggs do Keisha and Mom need?" 12. And what is that called? A dozen. Say that together. A dozen, 12 eggs, or whatever it is, it's 12. "How many eggs are in this little carton, Mommy?" asked Keisha as she pointed to the smallest carton. "Let's open it and you can count those eggs too," said Mom. Mom opened the small carton and Keisha counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. "You know," said Mom, "I think I'll buy the little carton too. I might break an egg and then I wouldn't have enough to make the cake." "Why do they need to buy 6 more eggs?" "In case one breaks, yeah." Mom helped Keisha put the little carton into the grocery cart. "Keisha, did you know that eggs come in different sizes? There are small, medium, and large eggs. We need large ones for the cake." Mom opened some cartons and showed Keisha each size. What size eggs does Keisha see in the carton? She might see some small, medium, and large. "These eggs are large, but not as big as dinosaur eggs," said Keisha. "Mrs. Larson told us that dinosaurs laid eggs, and some of them were even as big as a football." What does Keisha say about dinosaur eggs? That some were small, and some were as large as a football. "You're certainly learning a lot of things these days," said Mom. She gave Keisha a hug. "We'd better pay for these eggs so we can get home and bake that cake." So that was a fun and interesting story about Keisha and her mom buying eggs. The oviraptor walked on 2 long, strong legs, and he had hands with 3 long, clawed fingers. Paleontologists have found that the oviraptor nest and egg fossils. Each nest had at least 12 eggs. That's a dozen eggs. These dinosaurs placed each egg carefully in the nest, and scientists think that the mother took good care of their nest and babies. So let's see if we have a picture of that dinosaur. Let's see. Oh, and here he is, way down here at the bottom, right there. Do you see how small he is compared to the big Brachiosaurus? That's pretty crazy. All right, let's see here. If we have any more to talk about the oviraptor, we have to review then. All right, let's see. So what dinosaur have we been talking about today in this video? Can you say the name? Oviraptor. It's kind of hard for Mrs. Bell to say it too. Did the oviraptor lay eggs? Yes, it did. How do we know? Who were the scientists that figured it out? Paleontologists. And what did they find? How did they find the eggs? In the fossils. All right, and let's see. What do we call a carton of eggs? If there's 12 in them, what do we call it? A dozen. All right, and how many eggs did the oviraptor lay, or at least what the scientists think? 12. So when you work on that worksheet, make sure you circle the right number, count the eggs, and make sure you check.